everyone, it's your boy Pred here, and welcome back to Resident Evil Village. In the last episode, we played as Chris and pretty much curb stomped the entire Lycan population. We found out that Ethan is basically just a big, giant, sentient piece of mold, having accidentally been put 6 feet under by Jack when he punched him a bit too hard. So, yeah, that kind of changes both this game and also Resident Evil 7 on its head. And we're at the final boss, who I've died to twice at this point. And yeah, I've pretty much invested all my money into upgrades just to make sure I got a fighting chance. But with all that being said, let us continue, shall we? And let's skip this cutscene again.
Your purpose, Mr. Winters. You disposed of my false children and awakened the glorious Magnificent. Now, please do not worry, the little Rose. I assure you I'll provide her with true happiness. So now you can die peacefully.
Not let you get away.
How can you deny me?
Why the hell didn't you realize Rose is my goddamn kid, not yours?
You won't intervene. This is... Cease this foolishness.
No, I'm just gonna keep shooting you until you die. That's how these things usually go.
Die. The Megamycete saved me from the pits of despair. It granted me this splendid power.
Yeah, right. All it's done is drive you nuts.
Damn it.
Hold still.
No, I shall not. Come on. Oh, crap.
Die! Be swallowed into the Megamycete for all time!
Come on. Alright, bitch, where are ya?
Now, Mr. Winters, I think it's time you left things in my hands. Oh, rest now.
The hell I will.
I will take back my daughter! Die, 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 die. I understand your feelings, Mr. Winters. Truly. But this is... If I combine Rose with a Megamycete, my daughter will be made manifest at last! I've waited a century, all for this day.
Oh, crap.
Your time is up! Now die!
And she's gonna try and dive bomb on me,
Why
but
do
I
you
always
do-
move.
Surely you have no leaders now. So close to death.
She's my goddamn daughter. You psycho.
You walking corpse. I will not let him or anyone else leave Rose or my daughter.
Reload. Come on.
Just kill you.
Oh, crap. Ow.
I've never seen a human live without his heart. Are you sure you're not? Those foreigners. They could do nothing to assuage my years of loneliness.
Ever think the problem might be you, Miranda?
That was what I was about to question.
I will see my hopes fulfilled. Must.
Ow.
This is
And time to run. Jesus Christ, how many bullets does this woman take?
why do you persist in this forest?
Because I don't want to keep hearing you anymore. Crap. Damn it. Damn it.
My wish will come.
Crap, crap, come on.
I shall put you to rest. Curse this ramshackle village.
Jesus.
Don't resist.
Well, just die already. Oh, there we go. Finally, something different happened.
To ensure I never see your face, I will feed.
You sure about that? You sure about that? Oh, thank God.
My daughter! My Ava!
Again, Capcom, you gotta stop trying dealing with this sympathetic villain thing. It hasn't worked out for you. It really hasn't. Hello, little child.
It's all right, Rose. It's all right. Ethan! Ethan! Come on, Ethan. Come on, Ethan, wake up. Oh, no.
Chris,
Ethan. You did it. It's finished.
I think we've finished each other.
Ethan. We gotta move.
Oh, crap.
Keep moving, Ethan. There's a bomb in that thing that'll blow this whole village sky high. Hey, look at me. When I hit this trigger, we can't be anywhere near it.
Ah, damn it. Mia's waiting for you. She's alive, you hear me? Alive.
Mia, I'm so sorry. I love you. Keep Rose safe.
Hey. Hey. And you tell yourself. Now come on, it's not that much further.
Watch over her. Teach her to be strong. God damn it.
Why is he sacrificing himself again?
Goodbye, Rosemary.
Ethan.
Is it because he just can't deal with being an abomination anymore? This heroic sacrifice makes no sense. I know it's meant to be all sad and shit, but... Sorry, I'm just not feeling it.
Rose?
Go, take us up now.
Wait! Where's Ethan?
Get moving. We have to get clear.
No, we can't go. Not without my husband.
Mia, sit down and strap in.
Not before you tell me where Ethan is. I know he wouldn't abandon us. Tell me what's going on. Where? What was that?
I told you to sit down.
Where is he? Chris? What have you done?
He's gone. I tried. He stayed so we could all escape. I'm sorry.
Captain, you need to see this. BSAA didn't send soldiers. This is a bioweapon.
What the hell were they thinking?
Orders, Captain.
Pick up the rest of the squad. Plot a course for BSAA Europe HQ.
Why have the BSAA done this? I'm sure there's some spin-off to
Someone's
explain
gotta
it.
pay.
Okay, so... Apparently that's... Resident Evil 7, apparently. No, not Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8, apparently. And of course there's a song at the end just like Go Tell Aunt Rhody. Oh, I can't stand this. I don't know who they got for this, but my god, her voice like nails on a chalkboard. I'm sorry. Yes, please skip. Is that supposed to be Rose grown up?
Do you think the little boy will be able to touch the moon?
Not
But he can touch the moon. It's too far away.
Wait, what if he has a rocket ship?
Okay, then he can touch it, but it'd be very, very cold.
You were being silly. I don't think the moon
Hey, Dad. Happy birthday. Sorry I missed last week. I have a lot of tests coming up. You know how it is. Talk of the goddamn devil. Duty calls. I love you.
Yeah, I found her. Where else? Today of all days. We have a situation. You're needed. Evelyn.
Don't you ever call me that again.
Whoa, it's just a joke, Rose.
I can show you things even Chris doesn't know I can do.
We have a clear shot.
Stand down. I can handle it. She's just a kid.
Way to keep it together, Rose.
You're a lot like him, you know?
I know.
You know, I probably should be feeling something, but I feel absolutely nothing. I don't feel a goddamn thing. And for a climax like this, I shouldn't be feeling absolutely nothing. But it's Resident Evil 8 for you. Big bowl of fucking nothing. Yeah, but I really don't want to find out her daughter, follow his daughter. She's not really that likable. 9 hours and 3 minutes and 57 seconds. Yeah, that's what I expected. Yep. All this other stuff. Sure, save it, why not? Alright, that was Resident Evil 8. Resident Evil Village, whatever you want to call it. Probably the biggest, most disappointing nothing burger I've ever experienced with Resident Evil thus far. Like, I was cautiously optimistic about this game. Just based around, like, the pre-release hype and everything, which I didn't let myself get sucked into, but I was like, you know what? I always give Resident Evil a chance. You guys, more than anything, know that I always do my best to give this game series a chance. Come hell or high water, I try. God help me, do I try. And you know what? At this point, if this is the direction they're going into, I'm not optimistic at all. I'm really not. Is there anything that I like about this game? I do think that the graphics have been vastly improved from Resident Evil 7. I do think that they managed to tweak the engine right, even if it does veer a little bit into the uncanny valley. I do think that the one section with regards to the woman with the doll and the hallucination and the creepy ass fetus was really well done. Probably the best sequence in the entire game, bar none. I liked being able to mow lichens down as Chris. I liked some of the characters. I do think that the twist with regards to Ethan's identity was well executed. That's really about it, though, because there are so many issues I have with this game, it is not even funny. I honestly feel like the gameplay is its biggest downfall. I know I was playing on standard difficulty, but the fact of the matter is that it is way too easy for itself. Except for parts where for some reason it just decides to throw all the bullshit at you. And as a result, I was not scared once throughout this game, besides the aforementioned sequence. Once. Not at all. I also think that setting it during the daytime really did hinder this because it just didn't create the atmosphere necessary to really be an effective horror game. I think the enemy designs are a mixed bag. Some of them are cool. A lot of them aren't. They're just so generic and boring and dull to look at. And it kind of goes for the bosses as well, because they all just follow the same thing of giant, big, fuck-off monster with all this weird, gross shit attached to it. Except for the hide-and-seek battle with the doll. That was, as annoying as it was first time around, that actually was the one boss fight I kind of enjoyed. Well, I enjoyed Heisenberg's as well. The big problem with most of the bosses, though, is that they're all goddamn damage sponges of the highest order. And it's not fun to fight a damage sponge boss. It just isn't. It's the same issue I had with 7 as well. As far as what other aspects of the gameplay I don't like, I think that the level design overall is just dull. It's absolutely dull to look at. It feels like I'm staring at Resident Evil 4's table scraps the majority of the time. European Village, check that box. Big Castle, check that box. You know, ooh, this is similar to Del Lago, check that box. It all feels way too much like Resident Evil 4, the cutting room floor edition. And I think that also plays into the issue that I have with the story, because it's obviously clear that they're trying to go for that kind of sly B-movie tongue-in-cheek vibe that the original was known for. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all, because everything feels like it's not being taken seriously. So why the hell should I take it seriously? Why should I be invested in it? And if you're not going to give me anything effective to be scared or, you know, grossed out by or terrified of, then you kind of fail at it. I mean, you got boring level design, bland, art direction that is more miss than hit. You've got villains that are just not fucking memorable in the slightest. You know, we've got big vampire Dami Mommy, but she's only in the game for about, an hour and a half at most. The creepy doll was kind of cool, but she's only in the game for like 30 minutes at best. Then you've got fucking Fishman Lenny, who's in the game for, again, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes, but he's not interesting at all, nor is his design interesting enough. And then you've got this entire thing with fucking Johnny Bloodborne, who's just the biggest issue of them all, is that you've got this villain who obviously is trying to fit in with this campy B-movie vibe that, again, just doesn't work. Because he's not really that interesting. He's annoying. He's unlikable. His voice sucks. And then you've got the big bad mistress of the game, who we only find about in the last hour or so, whose motivations aren't interesting, kind of screws up the continuity of the entire franchise, and doesn't have enough screen presence or screen time to really make it that much of an impact. That's not even counting the fact that Ethan just, he was fine for one game. One absolute game. That was it. Some guy trying to find his wife who got in way over his head and is now trying to survive this crazy family. That characterization worked for 7, even though I do think that 7 gets weaker and weaker the more you play it. He worked there with regards to how the story was set up. He doesn't work here. He doesn't work as this Taken-style father trying to find his daughter. Just, characterization's all wrong. The open world aspects that they're trying to lean into with regards to everything that they started with 7, I think here really do hit their nadir. The fact that I've had to look up a walkthrough a few times just to make sure that, I got things done so I wasn't wasting more time than I usually waste in these videos is nothing short of an indictment on how obtuse the game design can be sometimes. And if it's not obtuse, it's insultingly fucking easy. Like, the puzzles, even by Resident Evil standards, are so mind-numbingly brain-dead, with a few really noticeably bullshit exceptions here and there, that it doesn't stimulate the brain. The combat doesn't stimulate your brain either, because with the exception of the Lycans, most of the enemies and most of the boss fights are piss easy to deal with. Just shoot it until it fucking dies. And guess what? Most of them are slow enough, or in the case of the Soldats, can be stun locked easily enough that it becomes a joke. And if everything's a joke, if I'm not concerned about resource management, if the only reason I'm running away from the monster is not because I'm scared by it, but because I just don't want to deal with it because I'm so fed up with everything, then you have effectively failed as a horror game. Straight up. You've effectively failed as a survival horror game as well. And that is the biggest indictment I can put on this game, is that it is so unbelievably, mind-numbingly, destructively boring. It is a boring fucking game to get through. And you can tell throughout these videos that I've just increasingly gotten less and less and less enthused by this game as it has gone on. The fact that my playthrough took me 9 hours to deal with, and yet somehow it felt like I was going at it twice that amount, is nothing short of damning for the quality that this game has to have, or has to offer. It is nothing short of a scathing critique that this game completely killed any drive or motivation that I had to see it through. And the only reason that saw it through to the end was because A, I was close enough, and B, I just wanted to get it over with. And anytime you finish a game just to say that you beat it, that is a bad, bad sign indeed. I know this game has its fans. I know that people are fans of this game, even beyond the memes. They genuinely like it. They think it's a vast improvement over 7. They like the tone. They like the gameplay improvements. All that good stuff. But this is, and I still haven't played 6. and I probably am not going to, but still. This is, of all the mainline Resident Evil games I've played, in deep contention for my least favorite ever. I had my issues with Zero, without a doubt. But I can forgive some of the issues with Zero with regards to its age, and also I can forgive some of my issues with Zero because it at least offered something interesting. And it tried and it failed to shake up the formula, even though by that point it was getting stale. I had way more misgivings with the Resident Evil 4 remake. No doubt about it, as you guys know. But I can at least say that there are genuine improvements that the remake made over the original, even if I do think that the overall gameplay loop is absolutely just boils my piss to the point where it could be distilled into the most potent vinegar imaginable. And it really does feel like an inferior, shallow copy of 4 in all the wrong ways. You know, 7 is rough. 7 is a rough fucking game. I'm not going to deny that. I have my issues with 7 with regards to its presentation, its story, some of the gameplay elements. You know, it's a game that the more and more you play it, the less and less good it gets. But I'm at least willing to forgive it for its more experimental things when it does what it does. Very few things about this game clicked right. When you combine a dull art direction, a monotonous gameplay loop that 85% of the time is way too easy, and 15% of the time is completely unfair bullshit. A story that doesn't grip me. Characters that aren't memorable or are memorable for the wrong reasons, with a few minor exceptions here or there that don't get the spotlight shown on them like they should. An overly bloated sense of ambition that strays way too far into just being, overly overwrought for the sake of being overwrought. When you combine all those factors, you have a game that not only am I incredibly disappointed by, but I will probably never do a second playthrough of again in my life. I have no immediate desire to go back and play Resident Evil 8. None. None whatsoever. I'm glad I bought it on discount, because if I had bought it for full price, I would have felt ripped off. Just like what happened with Resident Evil 4 Remake. I don't play games to feel a vast sense of underwhelming mediocrity. I play games to have fun. I play games to experience things. I play games because I want to see, new things that I haven't seen before, experience new things I haven't experienced before. But most importantly, I play games to have fun. And you know me, I'm always the guy who tries to find the silver lining in everything. Even with all the negativity, I try to find at least one or two good things about something that really do genuinely stick with me, that I can say, that wasn't completely irredeemable. And there is one moment here with Resident Evil 8 that does do that. It's just a moment that lasts about 15 minutes, maybe 20, maybe 25, who knows. And if that is the amount of time necessary for it, and the rest of the 8 hours and 45 and 8 hours and 30 to 45 minutes is a completely barren, uninteresting sludge fest that offers very little, if any, redeeming qualities to it, that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign indeed. Would I recommend this game? If you ask me personally and honestly, no. No, I would not. I genuinely would not recommend this. There are much better first-person survival horror games out there that you could be playing, including Resident Evil 7, its older, jankier, inferior, technically inferior brother. I would not recommend playing this. I can't. I genuinely can't. Because the overall experience is just so underbaked that it's tough to get through. You know, and I don't want to not recommend games, but I can't recommend this in good conscience for me. If you want to try it out, go for it. It's a free country. Nobody's stopping you. You know, if you think that I'm wrong or that I'm an idiot, hey, fine, cool. It's just how I feel, man. It's just how I feel. I just I just wish this was better. More than anything, I wish this was better. But it's not. And that, more than anything, absolutely fucking sucks. So there we go. Thank you. Sorry to end this on a soul-crushing, disappointing note. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, go check out my previous Resident Evil Village videos, as well as previous Resident Evil live streams / Let's Plays that I've done on this channel. I'm going to be honest, I don't want this to just be my one Halloween contribution. I don't want something so underwhelmingly half-baked to be my only contribution to YouTube. And I don't think it will be. So fuck it. I'm going to do you not one, not two, but three. Count them, 3 Let's Plays. I'm going to continue with Shadows of the Damned Remastered, which came out last year that I did want to live stream, but I just didn't have the money for it. And I'm also going to be playing the Silent Hill 2 remake, which also came out last year that I also didn't have the money for. Gonna buy those, gonna start them up, gonna play through them. We're gonna have some fun with them. Will I be able to finish it all in October? Who knows? I wish I knew. I can guarantee you at least one of those is going to be played through. Maybe I'll do Shadows of the Damned. Nice, fun little palate cleanser that I actually really do genuinely enjoy. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do Silent Hill. I don't know. I will say, though, that I am starting a new job at some point, so my schedule, depending, may not exactly permit me to crank out Let's Plays like I did with this one, but, you know, I'm going to do another playthrough, even if it kills me, because, goddamn it, can I not let this be the only October playthrough that I've got in store. So stay tuned, everyone. Stay tuned. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Farewell, everyone.